Hey everybody, welcome back to In Bed with a Millennial. I'm the Millennial Javeda Bay, and this is my bed. And we are sadly almost out of anal August. I don't like how do we get here? But we're still in it, which means I'm still going strong with the anal August content. And today I want to talk about a very popular anal play activity, analingus. So let's get into it. Jave, what's analingus? I am so happy that you asked. Analingus is the activity of oral sex of the anus. So it can be referred to as a lot of different things. There's a lot of slang terms for it. You may hear it referred to as like rimming or tossing the salad, or people might just be like, I'm gonna eat ass. Whatever they refer to it as, that is the activity, analingus. And it's a very popular, very common sexual activity for folks for a wide variety of reasons. The number one being it can be extremely pleasurable because the anus has a lot of nerve endings. So if you were like, yo, I think that sounds interesting, but like, how do you even get started with something like that? Maybe I've got you covered. First things first, when it comes to any type of sex, oral sex, penetrative sex, you're gonna start a conversation. Obviously, you have to have a conversation with your partner, and I highly recommend having a very intentional conversation with your partner when it comes to all things anal play for a wide variety of reasons. But the first one being people feel very differently about it. Some people are like, oh my gosh, absolutely, I'm down for backdoor stuff. Other people are like, stay away from my butt. That's where poop comes from. So make sure you have a conversation to make sure you and your partner are on the same page about things before you get started. And then once you have that conversation, we're gonna delve into like, okay, have you ever done it before? Do you know what you like when it comes to oral stimulation of your anus? Like, have that conversation. Some people might be like, yeah, I've had it done a few times before, and I know that I prefer like a circular motion with your tongue rather than you trying to poke your tongue into my butthole. So talk about what it is that you like. If you know, if you don't know, just be like, I don't know, maybe we could do some research together on what might be fun to try for anal stimulation by of the oral stimulation of the anus. You could do this in a lot of different ways. Obviously, a very easy one to turn to is porn. There's plenty of videos on websites of people eating ass that you can look at and be like, oh, okay, that sounds cool. Um, but once you've had this conversation, y'all are also going to talk about safer sex practices with it. Because if you and your partner are not fluid bonded, meaning that y'all have not agreed that y'all are open to exchanging each other's bodily fluids, be it semen, squirt, saliva, blood, whatever it might be, if y'all aren't fluid bonded, you're probably going to want a barrier because the anus is there's the anus. And the saliva would be entering that, which would be an exchange of bodily fluids. So, if you are someone that is not fluid bonded, you're going to want a barrier method. And you're probably like, well, what are my options on a barrier method for analingus? Hello, your option is Laurel's. Laurel's latex undies are the perfect option if you are wanting to practice safer sex for oral of the anus. Because they are undies that you wear that are ultra thin latex, meaning that you can still feel everything, but you are protected. And they are FDA approved as a barrier method for STI protection. So, like, true peace of mind if you are using Laurel's, but they're really great because you just put them on and wear them and you don't have to worry about holding things in place, and you can use your hands in other areas that you want to use them, which you want to use them. But with these you can just put them on, have playtime, just like enjoy yourself, take them off, get rid of them, and piece of cake. And this is also really great if you're someone that's worried about possibly experiencing some poopy in the mouthy. This makes it so that you're not coming in direct contact with the anus. Now, once y'all have talked about safer sex practices, obviously also this includes STI testing. You should still be getting STI tested before you engage in oral activities because you can get STIs from oral sex. But after that, and y'all are ready to do the thing, how do you do it and make it a good experience? Well, few different things you can do. First one being using lube. And you might be like, why would I need to use lube? It's an oral activity. Yes, it is an oral activity. You are using your mouth, which produces saliva. And also, I highly doubt you're producing saliva at that quick of a speed to like last you the entire time of doing sex. So lube is a really great addition. Also, lube is a great option because there are flavored lubes. So if you're like, I'm worried about how this is gonna taste, oh my goodness, what do I do? You get some flavored lube. You enjoy a flavor that you already know you like. If you're looking for recommendations, I've got two that I absolutely love. The first is going to be Intimate Earths cheeky apples. It is so good. It's really like biting into an apple. It's like really juicy. Um, and the second is going to be Wicked's peach flavored food. Phenomenal, truly phenomenal. But flavored lube is a great way if you're like, I'm worried about what things are going to taste like. Now you don't have to worry. Other things to consider too. Obviously, you're using your mouth, and a lot of people are like, "Oh my gosh, I'm going to do oral." If you choose, obviously, yes, oral hygiene is extremely important, but oral hygiene immediately before is not the way to go because you are opening your mouth, like brushing your teeth, especially if you are really getting in there, is going to be opening your mouth up, which makes you more susceptible to STIs being transmitted. So obviously you can keep your oral hygiene, but like don't do it right before you're about to go do any type of oral sex. Like do it early in the day. Make sure you're drinking your water. But yeah, safer sex, you can use lube, all those things go into it. Once it's actually time to do it, things to consider. Firstly, positions. Obviously, if you don't regularly eat ass, you're like, what are some good positions to do it? Doggy is a great one. Doggy is a great position. You have full access to the booty. The person has the ability to be a little bit more comfortable, more relaxed, hopefully. And y'all can have a good old time. Other options include like face sitting. So you can actually put your face on somebody, no, put your booty on somebody's face. And have them go at it that way. Also traditional ways, like both of y'all, like the person receiving is laying on their back. I would recommend being closer to the edge of the bed and then the other partner being like on their knees on the floor, and then you have access to things, but you're going to want to consider positioning. Also, then what do you do? How do you actually do rimming with baby? It's actually quite simple. You're going to use your tongue in the same ways that you would try and stimulate other parts of the body. So licking, just like regular licking. You can also do like tongue circles on the rim of the anus. You can also like try and actually penetrate the anus a little bit with your tongue. Lots of different ways. Don't be afraid to try different things. And if you're like, I need to see some examples, that is why websites that offer adult video entertainment are available. Yes, you can't learn from porn, but porn can give you ideas, especially when it comes to positions or new things to try. So don't be afraid to do some research together. Watch some ass eating porn together. See, be like, oh, that seems like a cool thing to do with your tongue. Let's try that. But yeah, obviously, don't be nervous. Like, just use your mouth like you normally would. You're just kissing a booty hole. And if you are the person that is on the receiving end of things, make sure you are also practicing really good hygiene overall. If you don't know how to wash your ass, just send me a message and I will walk you through the steps on how to properly wash your ass. I've been seeing a lot of videos on TikTok lately. So you know, maybe I should just do a video on that because whoa, hygiene. But you need to be practicing good hygiene because yes, poop does come out of the anus, but we want to minimize any chances of things happening that we don't want to happen. And you can do that by actually making sure you're bathing properly beforehand, which means you're using soap and some type of thing. Like just letting water run through your butt cheeks is not washing your ass. So get a washcloth, get a loofah. I don't care what you get, but actually wash your ass. Because hygiene is important. But that's like the quick and dirty on rimming. There's obviously so much more. And if you're like, Jave, I need so much more information. Two more workshops happening this month, back to back. So I'm doing a virtual all about anal on August 29th. And then I'm teaching the workshop in person in Ashland, Oregon at As You Like It. So if you're in Ashland, come see me there. Or if you're like, Jave, I live in Guam. I can't make it to Ashland. Join me for the virtual one. Also, if you purchase a ticket, you will get a recording of it. So if you can't make it live, you can do it that way and I'll just send you a recording. But yeah, this is just the quick and dirty. I'll give you more if you want it. Just ask for it. But make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel because so much content. Anal August is not over, so I've got more to give you. Plus, school's about to start back up, which means On the Road to Dr. Ethan is about to start back up. And I may or may not be dropping an episode of The Honest Millennial this week. Like, there's so much. Why would you not want, why would you miss any of that? So, yeah, make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. Make sure you're following me on all the social media platforms. And definitely make sure you're subscribed to my email newsletter because they find out everything first. But yeah, that's that. Drop your questions about all things rimming in the comments and let me know what I didn't answer. But until next time, I'm going to see you later. Deuces.